Hello, my name is Carla Lucas. I'm in English 1250 OL2 Speech Communication with Dr. Robinson for the Summer Session 2013. This is my final informative speech. It is about Stand Your Ground law. The law that I'm going to be talking about is the Traffic Protection Act. This act protects human trafficking victims. The speech I'm talking about is just going to inform you about human trafficking. My interviewer didn't have much encouragement in her situation about getting relief or not having the situation happen again to her. So I guess I'm kind of picked up her attitude, and human trafficking sounds pretty horrific. The thesis of this paper is just to be more informative about human trafficking. We want to inform or enlighten our community more about how to be aware. The Trafficking Victim Protection Act stiffens the penalties for traffickers and make it harder for them to get by. But still, it's easy for them to get by if the community is not alert and doesn't watch for these signs. According to my interviewer, she'd been living a regular life from day to day, and at night she was just captured. And during the day she had tried to go to school. It's pretty confusing, even to her. She couldn't get out of it. She couldn't tell any of the other students or teachers and make them believe that this was even happening. So she's still afraid. Now, the first point I wanted to make was to let you know about the Trafficking Victim Protection Act. It came in the year 2000 with President Bush. We also have Obama. He made January 2013 the Trafficking Victims Month. The second point I'd like to make is show the emphasis that has been put upon the cause about human trafficking. And thirdly, I would like to let you know that this is just an informative speech about human trafficking, and we need to raise the bar on how we will protect our victims from these situations and how we will rescue persons about them. Okay, the human trafficking is the removal of people, the removing of people illegally for exploitation, usually sexual. The people can be men, women, and children. They are usually sexually exploited. That's the one most known. But they can be exploited for exploitation or other reasons. The second point, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, is just stiffening the policies and penalties for traffickers if they're caught. The only way they can be caught is when the community recognizes something suspicious and reports it. A lot of times the victim can be incapacitated. Like my interviewer, she pretty much was not very willing to help or be seen, or that's human trafficking. And she seemed pretty scarred. The third point I'd like to make is there's not much attention paid to this. This victim suffers in silence and in privacy, not knowing where to go for counseling, and her life's been changed forever. I feel for her because what if it happened to me? It's a very real aspect, but this is happening today. This speech was about human trafficking. This is just to inform the community. A lot of people don't even know what's going on. This is why it is possible for it to happen right under our noses. Yes, many horrible crimes are hidden right in plain sight. Yes, we have so many things going on around here that the good looks like the bad and the bad looks like the good, so we don't know the difference. We understand communities or people in the community make big mistakes because they misunderstand or misinterpret what is really going on. The victim suggested some ideas. In conclusion, the victim suggested some ideas that might could help. One, she suggested, was that if victims were taken at point value and taken to safety houses when they're spoken, when they tell what's wrong, take them at face value and take them away from the situation and have them evaluated immediately. Then you can determine for yourself whether it's real or not, whether it's true or not. And the person doesn't have to try to prove themselves before you remove them from the situation. Another idea is to have everyone fingerprinted at birth or while they're young at their mom's home. So if they ever become missing or arrested, they can be returned home, possibly. And this could turn around the statistics of human trafficking and victims being missed. Yes, the Bible says that in the last days, our children will be stolen. And human trafficking has been the true sign that it's happening and very much unavoidable. I regret to say human trafficking sounds so horrific, it just chills me to my bones. I pray I never have an incident happen to me. Thank you, everyone. This speech was about human trafficking. This is Carla Lucas signing off. This is English 1250 OL2 for Dr. Robinson. Thank you for your attention.